Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Koholoyim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Awaf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this article is from Newsweek. It says Russian drones invade 2 NATO countries. Airspace reports, right? And that's pretty serious, man. Pretty serious. Latvia, if I'm pronouncing it right, or Latvia, and Romania, both member states of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, reported over the weekend that Russian drones invaded their airspace. According to Latvia's Minister of Defense on Saturday, a Russian unmanned aerial vehicle crashed in Rizikny municipality at Latvia. Currently, the authorities, including the state police, are investigating the circumstances of the event, but preliminary data indicates that it is a military UAV of Russia's Federation. Latvia's Ministry of Defense said in a news release transcribed into English. The drone is believed to have flown into Latvia's airspace from Belarus, a Russian ally. The nature of the crash, such as if the northeastern European country was the drone intended target, is unclear at this time. Latvia has informed NATO countries in the region about the incident. The investigation into the crash remains ongoing. According to this is the point right here. According to Article 5 of NATO, if one member state is the victim of an armed attack, all other member states will come to their aid. Article 5 has only been invoked once in its 75 years after the 9/11 terrorist attack on September 11, 2001. Ever since Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, there have been fears that the war could expand possibly into Poland or the Baltics, Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania, which are all members of NATO. However, Putin has made it clear that he doesn't plan on attacking these regions. In an interview with former Fox News host Tucker Carlson that aired in February, Putin said Moscow had no interest in invading Poland, Latvia, or anywhere else. Newsweek reached out to Russian government via online from the Latvia's Ministry of Defense via email for a comment on Sunday morning. Yeah, that's pretty serious, man. This situation is a confirmation that we need to continue the work we have started to strengthen Latvia's eastern border, including the development of air defense capabilities and electronic warfare capabilities to limit the activities of UAVs of different applications. Okay, that was the Defense Ministry or Minister of Latvia said. At this year's NATO summit in Washington, D.C., which took place in July, NATO countries agreed to strengthen their air defense by patrolling over the Baltics on a rotational basis. Latvia said in the news release that the country is stepping up security of its land borders, airspace, and territorial waters, which includes reinforcing Slovakia. Just happened. Damn, what just happened? I'm not sure what just happened there. Slovakia. I kind of pressed into something. I mean, but we pretty much got the point, though. I wanted to see what else they had to say now here. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, yep, they want to, it says, meanwhile, Romania reported on Sunday that a Russian drone invaded its airspace while Moscow was carrying out strikes on civilian targets and post infrastructure across Danube River in Ukraine. F-16 fighter jets were sent into Romania's airspace to monitor the situation, and NATO allies were informed of the incident. Romania's Ministry of National Defense said preliminary data shows that there may be an impact zone in an uninhabited area near the village of Paraprava, and that an investigation into the incident is ongoing. So it's not like a from the looks of it, not like a straight-on attack, but still it doesn't matter. They'll amp it up just on the strength of that. Newsweek reached out to Romania's Defense Ministry via email for additional information on Sunday morning. The Central Southeastern European country has confirmed drone fragments in its territory. NATO condemns the overnight Russian airspace violation in Romania airspace, while we have no information indicating an intentional attack by Russian against allies. These acts are irresponsible and potentially dangerous. Mircea Geoana, NATO's outgoing Deputy Secretary General and Romania's former top diplomat, wrote on X. Okay, well, hey, man, that's pretty much about it there. So, so yeah, this is just more talks of wars and rumors of wars, man. So let's just get into it. I just wanted to just kind of do a report on it, man, because it is pretty serious. Because this could lead, and spill over into something else. Well, we already know, you know what I'm saying, that, it's a few more prophecies that must happen, like the MOTB, of course, before there's full-fledged World War III, so to speak, So let's get Matthew 24. But these things, they heating up, man. Heating up. Let's start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Salakia. And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? Now this is the disciples questioning the Lord about what's going to be happening before his coming. And the Lord went on to say, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name and say, I am Christ. Well, we say a Mashiach, or the Anointed One. And also we don't say Jesus. We say Yahushua, which is the real name of our Lord. Yahweh, meaning he's the Savior or Deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. And the true name of his Father, or our Father, is Yahweh, which means that he exists, or the existing one. And we got to bring those names out, because those names are very, very important to know. And this is for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because this is a time clock that we're reading, pretty much, in a sense, because the Lord said to measure thou the time diligently in itself. So this is like a clock, or it's like a measuring tool as to where we are in prophecy right now. And the Lord went on to say, let's get verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. So all these things must happen, but the end is not yet. Right? So we're praying for more and more of these things to happen, that, things will speed up. The Lord will shorten the time of us being here. We got to go through some things. Well, we're praying for mercy, man. Praying for mercy. Verse 7, it says, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in divers places. I mean, and when you really think about it, it's really only one way, really, for this thing that really go out, man. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. It's really only like one way for this thing, because Russia not about to give up. They're not about to let these NATO countries surround them, man, with... especially they're not about to allow Ukraine to become a NATO, a part of NATO, man, where they can put, these, whatever military might they want to put right on their borders. They're not about to allow that, man. This man, he'll push that button before all that happens, because they've been talking about him changing up his military doctrine, or his nuclear doctrine, Salakia, where, a lot of these nations are pretty much, or the ones that's allied to him, or the people, his advisors, they're like, hey, man, we got to pretty much, be ready to go ahead and strike. So, just go ahead and change the doctrine up. We got to be able to strike nuclear wise, you know what I'm saying? If any of these NATO nations get out of, because it's just NATO as a whole. Because if one country get hit, it's like all the other, I think, 29 or so other nations that's involved. They're going to be involved. They're going to try and do what they're going to do. So what do you think Russia's going to do? And then, it's all kind of boiling down to Israel as well, because Israel is going to be the one that's really going to draw America into the bullshit. That's where all the real bullshit going to come in at, through those damn Israelis, man. But this right here is pickup time too, because we understand through prophecy that Russia is going to be one of the major hitters when it comes to the destruction of America, man. I mean, it is what it is. So I didn't want to keep this long. Again, I just seen that, and I'm like, wow, I kind of missed it earlier. I know what the article was saying, that it came out about 4 hours ago, and I was kind of doing something else. But, normally I would kind of see stuff. But, hey, it is what it is, man. It's goings of the Lord. We're seeing it right now. We're reporting on it. 2nd Ezra 9:1. Okay, it says, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So all these prophecies are playing out, man. All these prophecies are playing out. The Egyptian against the Egyptian is about to get at each other's throat. When we say that, you know what I'm saying, we pretty much are saying, the so-called white man against the so-called white man. These damn Republicans against the Democrats, these lefts against the rights. Because we can see the division. That's also a part of the end of this thing too. These divisions that's upon this country, man. And they already ready to go to war against each other. So civil war is pretty much around the damn corner. Matthew 12:25. And Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And really, in reality, there's a separation between Russia and these Americans and these Ukrainians and these NATO nations. Why? Because they're all Edomites. And they're all fighting against each other. It's all infighting. Then within these countries, even NATO countries, Russia, Ukraine, all these different places where Europeans, or they call themselves Europeans, but they're actually Edomites, they're fighting against each other. It's a lot of sedition among men. The scriptures talks about how they would be invading one another, but it talks about how they would not respect their governments. So let's go off into that real quick. Slovakia. 2nd Ezra chapter 15:14. Let's start there. Slovakia. And it reads, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's about to be some people on people shit. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. These people are pretty much like, fuck their governments, man. They like, forget, just getting to a point where, they pretty much like, forget the government, man. So it goes on to say, a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right? So all this is coming, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's just going to be, regular ongoing shit. The people across the street from you, and neighbors are not neighbors like how they used to be anyway. You may, you know your neighbors next to you on your left and your right, the ones across the street from you. You kind of wave at them. You see their kids, you know what I'm saying? They're getting the kids ready for school, and they're driving off. They're coming home. You see them. You're waving at them again. They may be coming home from work. But overall, it's not what it used to be as far as neighbors. Neighbors don't really associate themselves with each other like that. Everybody is to their own selves. Everybody is selfish as hell. You can't go next door really in this kingdom. I could probably go. I can go next door. You know what I'm saying, and ask a neighbor for a favor, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying. But when it straight comes down to it, we're just talking about on just in general. people don't deal with each other like that. Not even family members. Family members don't really deal like that no more. So when shit really hits the fans, those very people that were your neighbors, they're gonna be trying to break into your shit. Because, and people be eyeballing. People know when you got the night, them neighbors, they got the nicer car. They got 2 cars, 3 cars, a damn, all that. They see them drive up. They see them getting out of the car and taking the groceries in. They see what type of shit you dealing with. You making 5, 6, 7, 8 trips out to the car to just take groceries in. They know you got shit. They see you taking in cases of water. They see you taking in, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know what's up. They can see the structure of your house and see that the grass is manicured, that you care about shit. You got flowers planted every year. Your shit looking nice and good. They already know that you got some things in your home. So guess what? They're coming to tap on the door. And some may ask right off, but shit, it get to a point of, now the kids are starving and the kids are screaming. And people are wild already. They already lawless. You're already lawless. You see what I'm saying? So just think when there's no 911 to be called, because this one scripture right here says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's meaning that they're not going to have no respect for law enforcement. They're not going to have no respect for the governor, the senator, the mayor, National Guard. It's just going to be people just out here just going for self. So we're getting pretty close, man. Some things that's going on out here. We're getting pretty close right now. This thing is happening, man, because this right here, it's pretty big because of this Article 5 hookup that they, NATO has within their contract. Because if they investigate, and they can actually, whether it was intentional or not, they can they can actually get on the news and say, well, hey, no, this was intentional. Regardless to whether they, whether it was or not. They can make up any kind of story that they want, And then, of course, this guy from Ukrainian president, he's more than likely going to be like, well, hey, see, we need those, we need to be able to strike more into Russia, because what they've been trying to do as of late, they've been wanting, to strike with longer range missiles to hit, pretty much in the cities and center of Russia, man. And if they do that, we already know what the turn up is going to be. So, I mean, it's, the Lord is working with these leaders. Let's get, we can probably end out with this one. I think it's, what is it? Proverbs. The Lord is dealing with these leaders, man, and he's moving the pieces around. Yep, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is dealing with these leaders. He's going to deal with these leaders as to what to do. What are you going to do? The next move. What's going to be the next move? The Lord is they're going to lay down at night. The Lord is going to give them the plan, and they're going to get up and they're going to execute that plan. And that's, let's get Job 33 and verse 15. I think it is. Yep. It says, in a dream and a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men in slumberings upon the bed. Then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw from man his purpose, and hide pride from man. So the Lord is going to seal he seals these leaders minds with the instructions of the next day, every night that they go to sleep. Right? Hey, the Lord is no joke, man. This is not just something that's just happening. This is not something where people are just making their own decisions because man's goings of the Lord, according to Proverbs 20 and 24. These leaders are not just out here just doing what they want to do, though they think they are. See, the Lord got them in a trick bag. The Lord actually got them thinking that they're doing what they want to do, and they're making the choices themselves. And that's not the case. The Lord is the one that's dealing out here, man. No, the Lord is the one that's dealing out here. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. We'll see what's gonna pop up from this. Of course, comment boards. These damn Edomites is just war hungry and just silly and prideful as hell for one. This person says it's time to arrest Putin for his war crimes. What are we waiting for? Offer $1 million for his arrest and see how long he lasts. See this? And this is probably some chick, one Nita Ross. The hell are you talking about? It says there's only one man to blame for this bullshit Russia is doing, and that's Donald Trump. He created this mess, telling Russia to invade Ukraine. Now look what's going on in Russia. Oh my goodness, man. It says Belarus gonna fuck around and find out. Hey, that Belarus president, man, he ain't playing no games though, man. He ready to rock. See, I don't think he got the restraint that Putin have, because he'll go ahead and push a button on y'all asses. It says their strongest ally, Russia, has got their hands full with Ukraine and would be little help to them if NATO decided to send a few of their drones Belarus way. Yeah, hey, but see, this is the way they think. They don't understand that Russia is sitting on an arsenal they're gonna take part in taking out America. Russia got what it takes to take out a damn continent. These people just they just see these Americans, they've been hearing and that enchantment, that spell for so long. They've been hearing that spell for so long that this is the most powerful country in the world. This is the most powerful country in the world. This is the most powerful country in the world. Our military, they're proud to be Americans. All that pride, man. That's what these Americans be hearing. Like, they don't have no military tactics. Motherfucker can't even play a game of chess. They can't even play a game of checkers, man, and win. You can't even play a simple ass fucking game of tic-tac-toe, man. But they got all this wisdom and knowledge on how war should go. You see what I'm saying? See, they don't understand that. Let's get this real quick. That the Lord has made America as weak as these other nations. Isaiah 14:10. Oh, they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And this is what these other nations are saying. This is what these nations are saying. Like, they're talking shit to America. No nations used to be talking shit to America. No other countries was threatening America with thermonuclear might and shit like that, man, before. America has fallen the hell off. Because they're sending all their damn money and resources everywhere else. Your country is plummeting. Shit, people don't even want to go to work no more. They like, shit, man, you taking all our tax money and sending it elsewhere. I might as well just, try and find me a way to beat the system. Let me get on some food stamps. Let me try and get some Section 8. Let me see if I can get some of the welfare that you're actually sending to Israel right now. You're draining your people. Your people are tired. They can barely pay rent. They can barely pay their car notes. They can barely, just pay for simple things. People struggling out here right now. You got your little holidays that's coming up. This is one of the supposedly the most festive times of the year. Man, people, Christmas was whack last year for these people. It's going to be whack this year if it's one that comes. Think your Thanksgiving was whack last year. Your Halloween was whack last year. All these past holidays, all these holidays have been whack as of late. You see what I'm saying? And all the mirth is gone. People are frustrated. And here you go, you sending all this money towards some war shit, and you're about to have a damn war right here in your own country. So it is what it is, man. So I'm just ending out there, man. Like I said, these comments, these damn Edomites are silly as hell. They're prideful as hell, and they don't know that, pride cometh before destruction. A haughty look before fall, roughly paraphrasing. This place is through. It's no coming back. And they're just gonna, they're about to start drafting you idiots soon. Y'all all in the comment boards talking shit. You better hope that they don't well, they're gonna do it anyway, because they're gonna need you, because nobody else is these people, they don't even want to enlist into the army, man, or the Marines, or none of this shit. They don't want to enlist. These people, man, I don't want nothing to do with that shit. They sitting on the couch and shit, eating damn Cheetos, playing damn Xbox. The closest they gonna get to a war is modern day warfare, some shit on the Xbox or something, man. That's the closest they gonna get to war, on your damn PlayStation, playing some damn war game, man. But anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Bible Ball. But hey, continue to pray for the downfall of this place, man. Continue to pray for that. With that, Shalom.